Well, what's up with you good Americans? Good morning, everybody. Listen, so Chris Cuomo was at a restaurant and he goes off on a big tangent, cussing people out. And this is in a restaurant. This is in America. And he's supposed to care so much about the kids and the immigrants and all this stuff. And he goes off on some dude for calling him Fredo. Now, I've been around people and I've been around sports my whole life. High school, college, pros. There was certain guys who they would go home for summer break and they come back 25, 30 pounds heavier, more muscle, but they have a certain disposition about themselves. It was always angry and aggressive, and we knew that it was steroids. And this is what they call, what I think we saw with Chris Cuomo was a roid rage. A roid rage. Because they just continue to go and go and go and go. And the way he was pushing and the way he was angry, it looked to me like he was under some control or some type of hormonal stuff that is commonly known as a roid rage. That's what it looked like to me. But the problem that I had with him in the video is like, why do you always include blacks and race in a situation? He told him, he said, using the word Fredo, which is from a movie, and using the word Fredo is like using the N-word, for blacks. Man, leave us alone. Why do we always have to be in the conversation? Leave us out of it. We didn't have anything to do with that. They're so used to pulling the race card and using the race card to get their political edge and to get people to shut up and to win the argument, because their argument, they don't have any policies, they don't have any history, because they really don't mean the people well. So they'll use racism, xenophobe, and racism and sexism, and all, that's all they use, when it's not even the case. Because when we start unveiling, when the public start unveiling to them, showing them how hypocritical they are and how they're the sexists and how they're the racists, then they don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay? They're calling each other on their political platforms now. They're calling each other racist. They're just throwing the word around like it's water now. It doesn't mean anything. And so these are the people that folks get their news from, folks on steroids. And Don Lemon, have y'all heard about him? Don Lemon has a sexual harassment case out on him. Don Lemon, the man that says that white men are the greatest terroristic threats in America right now. White men. But did you know that he's married to one? He's married to a white man. All right. Okay, so, and the problem is that Don Lemon sexually harassed a former CNN guy when they was at a bar. And when they was at the bar, Don Lemon goes over to the guy and does something to himself and then takes his finger and rubs it on the guy's mustache. And the guy is filing a lawsuit against Don Lemon. All right? So, these are the people you're getting your news from. And I often wonder about, how do these people deal with themselves? How do they lie like this to the public? Tell these lies and lie and lie and lie all day and go home and sleep. How do you do that? Well, many times they have to drink it away, they have to sex it away, they have to psychologically open themselves up to the spirit of a lie. And many times when you open yourself up to these spirits, they get worse and they create anger and violence and emotional stuff, perversions, everything. Did you know that something's getting ready to come out, that the FBI has been investigating, Michael Horowitz has been investigating the FBI and their behavior with the Trump investigation? Well, I heard from some reliable news the other day that Horowitz's report is about to come out with the fact that CNN, some of CNN anchors, news people, had been in bed literally with FBI, and they was having sexual affairs together. We already know that CNN and certain news stations was already buying, doing financial favors for the FBI members, and they was all meeting and cahooting, but they was buying tickets to Hamilton, I think it is, some kind of play, and they was buying them tickets to ball games and all types of events. But now the news is getting ready to come out that they have been sleeping together and having affairs. See, corruption has no depth, it has no width, it is limitless. Okay? And you can't trust people that are corrupt. But millions and millions of people rely on these people to give them news, and they're nothing but a false prophet. And their mouths are filled with lies, and they're very skillful liars. But it doesn't take much research to find the truth. All right, hey, listen, y'all have a good morning. This is just a little quick something. Y'all have a good day until the next video.